Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Longhorns offense will have the football first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll give it to the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. So Arkansas's offense will go to work for the first time today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To throw, it's Green. Caught over the middle, it's Blake. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Flips it out in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a third and long. Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Dropping back, it's Green. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Or will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking for space. It's Washington. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
That's caught. It's Brown. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Unloads it left. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
To the air, it's Manning. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Fit it in the window for the score.
So underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Second down coming up. The RPO complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Looking to pass. It's Green. They're working that left side. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, and Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
And the Razorbacks are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds the tight end, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Oh, that's just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing his mitts up there and catching the football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The play-action fake. Working that left side. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Platt. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Razorbacks will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Looking to throw, it's Green. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got second and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got third and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on fourth.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 11 over Charlotte. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The Sweet Feet keeping the play alive. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down.
That is how you play defense. You drop back, you let him catch the football, you go attack, you don't let him break tackles. Really nice execution by the defense.
Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They'll run play action. Gets it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Manning. Swings it out to the flat. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. From the gun. Wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Using his legs. It's Washington.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Green. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a tight end down the gut. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Razorbacks trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now on second down. Looks as if he's going to run it. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. That's caught. It's Moore. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Working that left side now. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly complete. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wants to throw. It's Manning. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Fires left. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pocket breaking down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And that touchdown was massive for the offense. Gives them confidence heading into halftime. But remember, they're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, so they get an opportunity to cut even further into this lead. That was a huge play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass. And they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison. Or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Catch in the middle, it's Jones. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Line getting set on second down. They go to the ground. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Green. A strike downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football.
Breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball.
There he goes. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Wingo. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. That's reeled in. It's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Manning. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. Off-play action on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas! Somehow, they got up off the deck. They fought back, and they've tied the game. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
I'm bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air, it's Green. Here's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throwing play action. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He takes it at the 45. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And they make the tackle now before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Longhorn! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
How about the day for this young player? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Snags it quickly on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in.
It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turning it on. Touchdown, Texas. And they turn it into a defensive score. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 39 over Charlotte. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking to throw, it's Green. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Trying to get rid of it, and they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Finds a little space. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Finds a man in the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the stomping has commenced. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Defense showing blitz here. Dropping back, it's Green. Caught on the outside, it's Blake. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Running back searching for a hole. Just ran over it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. He'll keep it on the sneak. Done enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. He'll pull it on the read.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Here they come, first and 10 from the 48. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Going for it all. Makes the grab at the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to...
He lofts one down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. And the Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Sends it downfield. It's complete. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. After that big play, they're trying to pay. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. It hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Green. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Got room at the 35. He's loose. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Quarterback making checks. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Washington. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on to the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it. And I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Here comes the heat. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really